Sup everybody, I have no shoes here, and today I'm gonna show you how to play a stealth runner build. First off, we want Her Majesty from Phantom Liberty. This is by far the best handgun in the game for this type of stuff. It gives you 270% headshot damage multiplier. For the optics you can use whatever you want, but Kanetsugu is gonna be by far the best with the stats. It doesn't really matter for this one because you're going for headshots anyway, and the multiplier is gonna be so high that the damage is negligible that you get from this. So go for the one that gives you the best picture up to your preference. For this build you want to be running a Arasaka Mark V Netrunner deck, and the reason for that is the following, as I'm gonna read out to you. Enemies take 100% longer to trace your location. You get -2 for a covert quick hack cost, +5 from performing a takedown, and lastly, when your overclock is active, your quick hacks will not increase your trace progress. You're only going to be using one mod, which is Memory Wipe. In the earlier patches you used Sonic Shock, which is very unfortunate because this one is very cheap, but it doesn't work anymore. So you want to be running Memory Wipe, which is extremely expensive, and that's why we need overclock for this. As for the cyberware, what you want to run is Axolotl, Forensical Boost System, X-Disc, Hands, doesn't really matter, you can use whatever you want. Rora Abyss for armor, Phoenix for RAM region, Kinetic Frame to get more mitigation chance, Forensicov, Deep Field Visual Interface, which is gonna give you insane crit chance, Neofiber, more mitigation chance, which is gonna be really huge for us. I'll explain in a second why. Chitin for more defensives, Defensicov to get even more mitigation chance when Forensicov ends. Optical Camo. This is the bread and butter of this build. I don't personally use this at all, and the operating system itself either. The only reason I have this here is to showcase you the build, because this is how you're supposed to run it. I just personally like the extra difficulty of not using any kind of tools and still not being seen. But yeah, definitely get optical camo as early as possible. Base you want Cockatrice to get even more crit chance. Hands you want Shock Absorber for recoil reduction, and more recoil reduction from Immovable Force. These two stack, so definitely get those as early as possible as well. Circulatory you want Biomonitor, Blood Pump, and Isometric Stabilizer to get stamina reduction for your attacks. And lastly you want Double Jump. Now the reason you want Rora Abyss and Chitin, Biomonitor, Blood Pump is that you're extremely squishy with this build, so they help you out with boss battles, for example, or in case you get detected. But if you're a pro player, obviously you're gonna want to make it look good, so you get detected, you're gonna load your earlier save to try again. The RAM region ones you want because of the operating system and the memory wipe cost. It's gonna help you immensely. As for the build itself, once again I'm gonna link it in the description so you can look at it on your own accord. I'm just quickly gonna go over it. Body you take only 4 attribute points because we don't have any more to spare, and the reason you want it is to get the health region ones at the bottom here. That's it. Reflex you take everything affecting your mobility. Stunt Jock you don't need at all. I take it personally for a coolness factor, that's it. But you take everything affecting your mobility here. Tech you take all the cyberware affecting stuff, giving you more cyberware capacity, increased durations, things like that. And you want specifically 1 point in Cheapware Connoisseur only to reroll your stats to get bonus stealth damage, which I have in pretty much almost all my gear, I hope. I guess I don't. I've been lazy. I've been really lazy apparently, but yeah, your priority in rerolling is to get bonus stealth damage, followed by headshot damage multiplier, followed by crit damage. So you want always one of those stats on every single piece of your gear. After you're done, you take it out and put it somewhere else. In cool, we're gonna take everything from the left side except pull, which gives you more chance to shoot grenades in the air. We're not gonna be using grenades at all, or shooting enemy grenades, hopefully, because you're not gonna be detected. The entire purpose of this build is to be stealthy. All of these affect your handguns, so take those. In the middle you take everything affecting your stealth movement, which is pretty much all. The reason we want mitigation chance is right here. When you're crouched, the higher your mitigation chance, the longer it takes for enemies to detect you. So what we add here, for example, Neofiber and Kinetic Frame, they give us huge boost to mitigation chance, which is gonna help us stay undetected better. On the right side, you only want Killer Instinct, which gives you 25% increase to silenced guns. This is the only thing here on the right side that affects our gameplay, except Quick Getaway, which is definitely good. If you have points, you can put them here. If you're unsure about getting detected, you can also get Gag Order if you want. I'd rather have Stunt Jock. Don't ask me why. I just like to rush in with my motorcycle and like do cool air shots or something. I don't know. Intelligence, you want Overclock. No questions asked. You always want to be overclocking if there's a lot of enemies to get memory wipes up. Then you take all the middle ones that increase your RAM recovery rate. And this one here that gives you less cost if you're close. On the left side you take everything affecting your maximum RAM. So how exactly do we play this build? It's actually by far the easiest to explain out of all the other guides I've done. But basically what you want to do is crouch to give you more mitigation chance, and which in turn makes you harder to detect. And with the gear we have, we're almost invisible if we do it right. While you move, you want to sprint while crouching. All you have to do is inside crouch, you just press shift, just like normal sprinting. You can Krenzikov, which makes headshots easier to land. You always want to be going for headshots with this build. It's with the headshot damage multiplier and stealth damage bonuses, it's gonna be a one-shot almost every single time on basic enemies. After Krenzikov ends, on the top left side, if you look, we get a significant boost to mitigation chance, which is 90%. It practically makes us invisible for a few seconds. Optical camo, you activate it, it's the bread and butter of this build. It's very useful. It makes you very hard to detect, but not invisible. The gameplay itself, like I said, you shoot for the head. And I'm gonna show you how to use the memory wipe. So for example, there's a guy, let's see if there's two people. I'm gonna save. There's two people there. Your shots are gonna make them cautious. So what you want to do, activate overclock. Let's memory wipe this guy here, because he's the nearest. Then we're gonna shoot him in the head. Bam. Bam. My aim is fucking terrible. Bam. 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 See? That's actually a very good example. I went in the crouch, he immediately stopped seeing me. Now I stand, look. I go crouch, he doesn't see me anymore. Now he got closer, but the detection chance goes down significantly if I crouch. We can memory wipe this. No, we can't. I'm gonna show you optical camo. I'm almost next to him and he doesn't see me. So the parkour part is completely up to your imagination. I highly recommend you doing it to approach the missions differently. It gives you so much freedom to approach because you're so stealthy. Instead of the conventional ways to approach, like from the front door or something, you can go inside the building completely undetected and kill everybody in a few seconds, in and out, just like that. And you can get perfect scores. Stealth Runner mod especially encourages being completely stealthy, so guys, I highly recommend you testing that out. You get bonus points from not being detected, not being seen, not having combat, things like that. This was the guide. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like the video if you like it, subscribe if you feel like that. I'm gonna make more guides in the future and cool videos, things like this. If you decide to try the build, please tell me in the comments. I'd really like to hear. That's about it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.